This is, let's face it, an unfamiliar brand for most people, SsangYong. And this is their full electric version of the Korando. Joking aside though, it's a value option. Let's look at it like that, like you would the MG range. SsangYong, electric, BYD batteries. You know what, it might not be bad because you're getting a lot of car for your money, but what's the catch? Growing up, my mum always told me that looks don't matter, they're not important, it's what's inside that counts. Look, we are being harsh at this, but it's not the best looking car in the world. But I don't think anyone buying it is really going to go after aesthetics. It is, again, about that value option. Look at the size of it, it's huge. So again, you're getting a lot of metal for your money. You've got the charging port on this side. Give me a second. CCS, of course, and with it being placed here, different. The size of the doors, clearly this is a family car. Huge entry level, you've got quite high ground clearance, and there's a big rear as well. You'll easily get a car seat in that. So it's one of these, you get what you expect, really. There's no surprises. Let's hope there's no disappointment. So far, I'm just, well, it's a car. It's a basic car, it's a value car. This is what it is. The rear is, again, not his greatest angle. I don't think that it has got a very good angle. Again, I'm not really bothered. You've got a bit of metal breaking it up, you've got lots of plastic, and it could be any SUV, quite frankly. You do get a decent boot. And it's electric too, at least in this version. Flat load bay, so a good size, but underneath it goes much further down. You've got quite a bit of space under there, not just for charging cables. You could take this all out and just have a much bigger boot. Put the seats down and it's pretty cavernous, really. So again, family car, and seems to be well spec'd. So maybe looks don't matter. Maybe my mum was right. Right, inside this, the steering wheel is, you know, it feels okay, but it is relatively cheap hardware in sort of materials. More hardware in, we've got some black gloss, hardware in again, more fingerprint catchers, but the switchgear feels okay. Decent door bin, it's quite big in fact, and it's separated. That feels, yeah, fine. Got more, again, black gloss, which doesn't help. That's soft, not too bad at all. Shiny, shiny.
It's a bit shiny gloss, isn't it?
Well, you can already tell it's already dirty. So you're going to need to keep a cloth in here. Now, before we go to all this, I think we might as well do that.
Oh.
What? Oh, high vis! Is that one of the biggest ones we've ever seen? Let me turn the car on. And you get a very nice display, I have to say. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's no virtual cockpitting like an Audi, but I can't really complain about what it gives you. And then you got this large screen with your sat-nav built in and the heater controls with actual buttons. Click on home, you got the sat-navs, phone, it's relatively quick. Yeah, Apple CarPlay, what more do you need? Wait a minute.
Cool
seats. I mean, it's obviously the premium version of this car. Oh.
That's a bit odd, isn't it?
Right, I feel like I've peed myself, so let's carry on. Wireless charging there for your phone, and USB 12 volt, the usual stuff. Back and forward, so it's got a nice lever. I quite actually like this. It feels decent in the hand. Cup holders there, and storage of some things, and more storage, which relatively deep. You'd fit quite a bit in there. Armrest, which moves forwards and backwards. So, you know what? I'm in a decent position here in terms of.
It's not a bad place to be, is it?
No,
this.
I mean,
what are the seats like? I'm pleasantly surprised.
They're supportive, and well, most modern cars are pretty comfortable these days.
Do you know what? It's actually really nice. I've got heated seats.
What?
Yeah. I've got tons of space.
I mean, that chair is in a position for a proper adult. It's not like pushed it forward. So
I've got quite a bit of headroom. I bet if I sit here, there's a little bit of a transmission tunnel there. I bet even if I sit here, I can.
Is this a 3 adult rear then?
I think it is.
Just about.
Yeah, I think you get 3 adults on this on a shorter journey, certainly. But 2 adults easily. Yeah, I honestly can't fault this for the price.
Why haven't we heard of this a lot more in the car industry, if you will? I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? You know, it's a relatively cheap car for its size. It's a SsangYong. You know, it's not not a premium brand. You'd probably put it under MG maybe, or at least on par.
But the interior on this isn't.
It's like going back 10, 15 years in design terms. But at the end of the day, it's not bad.
No.
It's just not modern. But the space behind us, though.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's a big car.
Effectively, anybody who got an MG
Yeah.
in the early, a few years ago, who gambled on MG in electric car world, I'm looking at this thinking, is this another one of those where you're like, what's wrong with it?
Yeah.
Right, so 34 grand to 40.
Yep.
56 kilowatt hour usable battery capacity, 61 in total.
I can't even think of what at this sort of price is this size. Even the ZS doesn't come close, does it?
Oh no, it's bigger than that. Bit of road noise. Again, it's a quiet car because it's electric. It's not the quietest EV, but quite frankly, not. You know what? It's one of those like MGs. You can't really argue with what you're paying and what you're getting. It's a bad snobbery thing.
It's a bad snobbery thing, and I think they're going to depreciate probably quite heavily.
Yes, definitely.
Because who would want one?
5-star NCAP?
Yeah.
Which you'd expect. That's that's what it should be.
So
I mean,
there's no corners cut there.
If you need something of a certain size in electric car world, you're probably looking at a Skoda Enyaq maybe. ID4, basically something relatively expensive. Look at what the Koreans are doing. Kia, Hyundai, Genesis. In the electric car world,
leaps and bounds out.
They're probably pound for pound the best electric vehicles around. Tesla aside, maybe.
And now this.
Yeah, so you wonder, are SsangYong going to become the next Kia? Because they've been around a long time. It's not like the new brand.
It's just been one of those ones where, you see one go past, and it's like you don't give it a second glance.
I would never have put my mind in the SsangYong and thought, you know what?
It's not a bad car.
In the right circumstances, I would. We'll test its turning circle.
That's good. That's
incredible for a car this size. Taxi?
Yeah, taxi. Yeah, why not?
Although this is more expensive, clearly. MG5.
Or this.
The MG5 is cheaper though.
It is, yeah. I don't know. If it's my own money, I'd probably go MG5. But I can't really fault this.
You're right, it's a cheap Android phone that has a really good camera and it's quite quick.
Yeah.
And you're like, I didn't expect this.
From a brand you've never heard of before.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm a bit lost for words really with it.
Yeah. The lane keeping works.
It's got tech as well, isn't it?
I press this button and it goes off. I always rate a car that has a button to turn that thing off.
Yeah. It is annoying.
Yeah.
Do you know what? From the outside, it doesn't look very special at all, does it?
Yeah. I'm going to say though, it'll do 160 to 200 mile range.
I bet it would. Yeah.
You know, we haven't had it in winter. That's the hard bit. But even if you said 150 to 190,
yeah,
let's be safe. From a car that's not bad at all.
I think second-hand wise, this is going to be an absolute bargain. Yeah. That's my worry of buying one new.
Yeah. What's it going to lose?
I don't know what the PCP deal's like on this, if there's any. It might be in real terms quite expensive to purchase if there isn't the deals there.
Yeah. It's comfier than some of the other cars I've been in.
These seats are nice, so it's just...
Oh, they are, especially as they're nice and cooled.
Yeah. I honestly, from the inside, I am struggling to fault it at the price. Because we saw this, didn't we?
Yeah,
on the list.
We even thought, should we bother testing it?
And we have, and I'm approaching it, I was like, oh, well, it's a big car. But then getting inside it, I'm going, actually, it kind of sort of makes sense.
Well, they're saying,
a lot for your money.
Here's a budget car.
Budget brand.
With a budget brand at a budget price. And what are you getting?
A lot.
All of that.
Yeah.
And that makes me think, right, so I'm getting exactly what I expected. There's no real disappointment here. So...
Yeah. Where's the catch? What's it like when you put your foot down?
Well, I'm not sure I can handle the power. You're going to have to take over. Regen paddles.
Just like on the Kias.
Regen paddle. I mean, other manufacturers could learn from this.
Yeah.
Definitely. You know what? If this had a different badge on it, it'd be well received by the motoring press. Yeah. It'd be well received by the public, and I think a lot of people would be like, oh, well, I'll give that a test because I do need a large car or something to that effect. Are you ready for the power? 20, 30, 40, it's getting quicker, 50, 60.
It feels very much like,
That's
I'm
not
not
bad
going to say
at all.
it, an E-Nero.
Have we got in the wrong car?
I think we may have done.
So you're looking at 3.5 to 4, I reckon, in miles per kilowatt hour terms.
Oh, yeah.
Does it have a bit of lean? I didn't feel like I was in danger there. I mean, it was clearly on the edge of its grip then, but predictable.
Predictable, yeah. No, I'm
Wait a minute,
very surprised.
Comfortable, predictable driving.
Yeah.
Very comfortable, in fact. Lots of space, lots of technology, relatively cheap price.
If you're after a big car, this has to be on your list.
Yeah, put it on your list, absolutely. I mean, the space behind you is obscene.
I would just think that the only thing that might put people off is just how much money you will lose on this. But if that's not a thing for you, if you're going to keep it until it breaks...
Or lease.
Or lease it, yeah. And
Or used.
Yeah.
There are clear reasons where they save money.
Outside.
You're never going to look back at it and go,
Yeah.
But I suspect most people who buy this will be buying it as a practical proposition above everything else. I feel like I need to apologise to SsangYong. All these years I've looked at them going, I won't even touch one with a barge pole. They look awful.
Yep.
The engines are probably terrible, which in EV world is irrelevant because electric motors are very easy to make or just buy in. BYD are clearly helping them out. That's a good start. I just thought I'd have a quick look online. Brand new.
Yep.
This is the same car, but the ELX version. So it's obviously
trim level
lower trim level to this. So again, brand new, not pre-registered or anything like that, with a free 3-year service plan as well. Although you do have to go to Rotherham to pick it up. 31 grand.
Wow.
For a car this size for 31 grand.
How come no one's buying loads of these?
The cheapest Ultimate is 36.5.
Wow, that's a good saving off of list.
I mean, it's got everything off it, on it rather, doesn't
Yeah.
it? So Parkers are saying 7-year, 90,000 mile warranty, and Electrifying.com saying 150,000 mile warranty.
Well, it's 7 years, whatever.
It's a long, compared to cars.
Yeah.
I mean, when you get a 3-year, 60,000 mile warranty on a Vauxhall Astra Electric that's £40,000 starting.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I don't know what to do now.
It's Aldi.
It is, isn't it?
Lidl.
Yeah.
MG's Aldi, this is Lidl. You get fresh bread. And do you know what else you get? And no other car has ever provided me with this. In 7 or 8 years I've been doing this. All-in-one max strength cod and flu capsules in the back seat.
In the back seat, yeah. That comes as standard.
Neither of us would buy one of these, would we?
No.
Because we're interested in cars too much. This is not a car person's car.
But
it's a practical proposition.
It is.
Completely. And I've always looked, again, I feel like I need to apologise, because I've always looked at someone who drives past in a SsangYong going, why have you chosen that?
Out of all the cars you could choose, why have you chosen that?
Sort of understand it. I'm just going to end it there because we're just giving superlatives after superlatives here. It's cheap. Some of it feels cheap. It rides fine. No problems at all.
Comfy.
It's comfy. It's quick enough.
Yeah. The touch point materials feel nice.
For a car of this size, it's even fairly efficient. It's got a good warranty. So again, apart from that,
there's got to be something we just haven't seen.
It's the
blindingly obvious. It's got to be, yeah.
The depreciation.
Unknown brand.
Yeah, and that is the brand snobbery.
Is it old school Skoda where people went, I'm not getting a Skoda?
You stuck a, Hyundai or Kia badge.
It'd sell a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to tweak the interior a bit, don't get me wrong, but it's that will put people off, including us.
Yeah,
let's be honest. That's what puts us off. For anybody that just needs, just throw stuff in the back.
This is
like
perfect.
a workhorse.
Yeah.
Where like paint a decorator sort of thing where you don't mind. Bikes in the back.
Yeah, no problem.
That's going to be amazing for that. It's huge.
Yeah, easily get them in.
Where you're not bothered about scuffing stuff.
Yeah.
That's where this. Yeah. Unless they're just concentrating on Chinese and American markets.
I guess so.
That's what I feel. I do feel like I'm in an American rental car.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah. Very much so.
Right. Thanks for watching. The only thing that beats this on value is the Driving Home channel, which is free.
And
the members only videos that you get on Sunday instead of Friday for 99p.
Lucky you.
So there's only one thing. So no Korando. That comes after the membership. Podcast, all the usual stuff. Like, subscribe. If you ever want to help any YouTube channel you like, just interact.
Comment.
That's why everybody asks you to do this, because it does help it push the video algorithm.
Do you know what? Tell us, what do you think of this brand?
Yeah, before you watch this video and then after.
Yeah.
Because I've changed mine completely.
How would they know? Because we'd have to say that at the start.
Bye.